Have you ever had a brilliant, exciting idea that is still just an idea months or even years later? Or maybe you've spent weeks preparing for a project, reading all the books, taking all the courses, and yet you haven't actually started. If that sounds familiar to you, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are under the quiet, invisible force that I call the tyranny of perfection. Today, we are going to pull back the curtains and we are going to expose these three primary masks that this perfectionism wears to secretly hold you back from doing your most important work. What is most important here? That I'm going to show you a profoundly simple way to fight back this tyranny of perfection. It is that constant, nagging pressure to be flawless. It's the voice that whispers, "Don't show anyone until it's perfect." It's this fear that one mistake, one flaw will invalidate all your hard work. This pressure is a creativity killer. It fuels anxiety, causes burnout, and disconnects us from our own intuition. It doesn't show up as a monster in a closet. It shows up disguised as something helpful. It wears masks. Let's meet the first one. The first mask is "I'm not ready yet" syndrome. It's this endless preparation. I need to take one more course. I need to read one more book. I need to get this last certification that makes me qualified for this. And I will write my book after I have read everything about this topic. This is what I call analysis paralysis. You get so stuck in this planning and learning phase that you never get into this doing phase. This mask, this "I'm not ready yet," tells you that preparation is more important than the progress, or that preparation is the same as progress. But it's not. Real progress only happens when you act. The cost of wearing this mask is that you lose time, miss opportunities. It's a death of your ideas. The second mask is the all or nothing syndrome. This is the perfectionist's favorite self-sabotage. It sounds like this: if I can't launch this website perfectly, I won't launch it at all. If I can't write this entire book within 1 month, I'm not going to write it at all. This mask convinces you that the only work worth doing is flawless, epic, complete. It creates such impossibly high stakes for the first step that you feel paralyzed. The lie of this mask is that the small, imperfect step is worthless. The truth is that small, imperfect step is the only way anything great is ever built in this world. What is the cost of this mask? That you will never start. Your potential remains locked. And it's because this starting line feels so far away. It feels like the mountain you can never climb. And the third mask, this is the most personal. It's the mask of constant self-critic. This is that voice that follows you around, pointing to every single flaw. It's like when you finish the project and instead of celebrating, the voice says, "You could have done it so much better." You take a risk and the voice says, "See, I told you weren't good enough to do this." It disguised as high standards or motivation to improve, but it's not. It's a creativity vampire. The lie of this mask tells you that being hard on yourself makes you better. The truth is, sustainable growth comes from self-compassion, not self-criticism. The cost of this mask is that you lose your confidence, your energy, the joy of creation. You turn your work and life into the battlefield instead of a playground. So we have those powerful 3 masks. What do we do? How do we fight back? For years I thought the answer was to think my way out of it, to use logic, more affirmations. But it didn't work because the tyranny of perfection, it is an intellectual trap. You cannot think your way out of the thinking problem. You have to act your way out. And the solution is profoundly simple. It's a quiet rebellion to start with the imperfect line. This is the antidote. When you pick up the pen and make a mark on a paper, something magical happens. You bypass the overthinking, the critical part of your brain, and you create the direct connection to your intuition. You are making your thoughts visible. You are choosing the physical action over mental paralysis, and you are choosing the progress over perfection. And now I want you to feel this. I want you to see what I mean, that you take the pen and paper and you start drawing imperfect lines. Grab your pen, whatever it is. Take a paper, a napkin or a notebook. Think about a problem that is currently overwhelming you. Maybe it's a project, a decision you have to make, some kind of feeling you are having. Just hold it in your mind. Put the pen in the middle of the paper and start drawing a spiral, moving outwards. Feel that it's totally okay to do it imperfectly. Stop. And now I want you to start filling these places, empty places here, with your thoughts about this project or overwhelming feeling. And don't use long sentences, just short sentences, keywords, maybe some people around it, maybe some kind of feelings tied with it, maybe something you have to do, some to-do list, some of these things just to write here randomly. You can write it like this. What are the biggest problems tied with this decision you have to make? Just start filling it with words. So maybe just for 1-2 minutes, you can pause the video and fill it with your words, with all this stuff that is overwhelming you according to this one project, one feeling, one decision you have to make. And then stop. Breathe. Take a deep breath and look at this paper now. It's not a monster anymore. It's just lines on the paper, words on the page. You have taken the chaos from inside your head and body and put it outside of you. You are now in control. That is the power of a single imperfect line. If this idea, fighting perfectionism with action, resonates with you, then I'm so happy and excited to tell you that it is just the very beginning. This idea is the core philosophy of the Imperfect Line movement. Welcome to the movement. To help you get started, I have created a free guide that I call the Imperfect Line Starter Kit. This starter kit includes many exercises and powerful technique to help you get started with simple drawing, to help you get this courage to draw imperfect lines, to quiet your inner critic and unlock your creativity. You can download it free, clicking by the link in the description below. When you download it, you are not just getting a PDF. You are raising your hand to join this quiet rebellion against Tyranny of Perfection. You are joining the community of people who are choosing the courage over comfort and progress over perfection. Thank you so much for spending this time with me here. Now go and have your courage and draw your first imperfect lines today.